So recently, I've been talking more about paying attention to what you're persisting in. And I wanted to just go into that a little bit more here on this video. So, when you think about the thing that you want, and if you're having issues with like the delay or feeling like it's taking some time, or you're frustrated, not feeling the way that you want to feel, you're actually persisting in those frustrations and in that delay. Neville says your feelings create the pattern from which your world is fashioned, and a change of feeling is a change of pattern. So when you're able to actually start persisting and focusing in something else, that's when you're going to see the change of pattern. So, in my opinion, in the things that I've experienced and what I've seen from others, when you are continuously having an issue and something is not coming to fruition for you, and I'm talking like you're feeling frustrated, you're waiting for it to happen. You're looking for confirmation that it's coming. You're searching things for like signs that my manifestation is on its way. How do I know that I'm doing the right thing? If that is the process that you're in, it is unfortunately, but truly, time for you to be really honest about what you're persisting in. Because at that point, you're actually persisting in the delay. You're persisting in the frustration and you're persisting in the questioning of yourself and your own desire. Whenever you take a look at needing someone else to tell you that you're doing the right thing and you just need to wait and persist, you really have to question what it is you're focused on. Because as soon as that problem actually dissolves, you don't have those feelings anymore. And I'm trying to find the best way to explain this, but when you truly have impressed your subconscious, that problem no longer exists. Even if you haven't had the external confirmation, the problem just doesn't exist. You internally have shifted enough and have changed enough that it is impressed to the point that there is not a I'm having to tell myself that I'm in the Sabbath, or I'm having to force myself to believe that this is coming and I just have to wait. And that doesn't mean you can't have an expectation. I can feel a certain way about myself and have an identity that I hold and an expectation that that identity is bringing more good into my life, or an expectation that more money is going to flow into me, or an expectation that I get the love and desired and the attention that I want. That can be an expectation feeling without this expectation of noticing I don't have this thing, but I expect it to come. And truly, you're the only one that can answer this for yourself. Are you actually persisting in the right thing? And by right thing, I mean, are you persisting in the thing that you want? Or are you trying to persist against the thing that you don't want, just giving it more and more attention? And the more attention that you give it, the more life that you're breathing into it. Remember, everything is going to stem from what you believe. Everything is going to stem from these thoughts that you continue to have and the ones that you dwell in. And you are truly the only person who can identify what it is that you're actually dwelling and persisting in. So I hope that that makes sense. Let me know down in the comments if not, because I would love to clarify. Because I think this was a huge aha moment for me is when I started asking myself, what are you actually persisting in? If I'm being honest with myself right now at this moment, what am I persisting in? And when I'm persisting in wanting a future event to have a feeling, that is me persisting in the lack of that feeling and that thing. So, like, an example would be telling myself, well, I just need to do this specific meditation and this specific technique for 2 weeks nonstop, and then I'll have this thing. Unless over those 2 weeks, that technique actually changes your mindset and changes where your focus is and where your persistence is, you're going to end up at the end of the 2 weeks in the same position that you started. So definitely let me know if there's some questions around that. If you don't want to leave them publicly, you can always shoot me an email, unleashinghappiness@ceciliahendricks.com. Happy to respond via email. And actually, Tim, Maggie, and I do that thing where we answer some of the questions that we get via email. So if you want to send me something that's fantastic, I love doing those questions with them. Actually, it's really fun. And then another thing is, I'm actually starting a master class. So I put together a step one of creating a life that you love masterclass. It is completely 100% free. The only thing that I will be asking for is that if you want the workbook that goes along with it, you just go ahead and sign up with your email address and it'll be emailed over to you. You do not need the workbook. I think it's well put together. It's pretty meaty and substantial. It's got a lot of information for you. It also works as a journal. But if you don't want that, by all means, you don't have to have it. The videos will be posted on my YouTube channel. I'm actually going to launch the first one tomorrow. So I'm super excited. So tomorrow is Friday, February 9th. I'm 99% sure that it's the 9th. But yes, so February 9th, tomorrow, I'm going to launch the first one. And the first step is designed in 3 chapters. So, chapter 1 is defining what you want, like actually deciding on a desired outcome, somewhere to place your attention, how to focus. The second one is around building habits. So, how to actually take that information and build it into your life so that you have habits that are not in opposition of what you actually want. And then the third one is going to be naturally increasing gratitude. And then we'll go into step two and step three, which is going to include things on emotional regulation, but how to actually emotionally regulate, how to stop this kind of cycle of thoughts and focus on the thing that you want instead of against the thing that you don't want. We're going to talk about using meditation and different tools for that, breathing techniques. So I really did a lot of soul searching and I just came up with this where I was like, I want to put a course out for people to have all of the information in one place. It's easy to follow with a workbook, but I think it should be free. And so that's what I'm doing. If you have any questions about that, you can leave them in the comments or shoot me an email and I will gladly tell you more. All right, be back soon and look out for that video tomorrow.